Hi everyone, it's that time again when we ask the cards to help us navigate the coming days and the week ahead. It's Monday 22nd of March today. I hope you all enjoyed a lovely spring equinox at the weekend and are starting to pick up on that spring energy, bringing some hope and optimism and opportunity for new growth. So presume that you're keeping your spirits up and your souls connected. Without further ado, let's shuffle the deck, split it into three, and then take the top card of each of the three piles, as we usually do. So here we go. And the first card we have, Monday, Tuesday time for the beginning of the week, is the Two of Wands. Now, this is a card which usually represents a sense of restlessness and a kind of wanderlust, looking across the seas here, ready for the next steps. It suggests that you have accomplished much already, but that you really want to, you're seeking more in your life. And with it being a two, this is very much about you getting the balance right, maybe between work and life balance, attempting to look at perhaps two pathways that might be available to you. And so very much I think there's a choice or a decision that you may have to make between the two pathways. But consider and take time. This is about a period of waiting before you rush in. And although there's that kind of anticipation of what's to come, the card does suggest that you take that time and consider both pathways carefully to help you to get the balance in your life right. Number two can very much be about teaming up with somebody else, and there's strength to be found there. So maybe partnership and cooperation is key with this card too. Okay. So I think we're all feeling that sort of restlessness just now and that wanting, that anticipation of what's to come. But the card very much says, just take your time. A period of waiting will be really important because it will help you to weigh the pros and cons up. Okay, so next card is, the midweek card is the Ace of Pentacles, and aces bring with them a new opportunity. It's almost like being offered a gift here with a coin, so very much pertaining to finances, security, and very much in the material world Pentacles are. So when you're offered an ace or an ace pops up in a reading, it is very much a new start and a new beginning. So we'll relate that to your finances, your material wealth, and it's a very auspicious card. It's a great omen for financial stability. Sometimes it can signify that you may have to make a big purchase, or it could be that you may be in receipt of a big purchase or a gift as such. But there's certainly hope for future financial stability when this card shows up. It's a very abundant card. It sometimes suggests it's time to look at maybe starting a savings plan for the future, or it could be having a look at your pension, but very much this sense of not having to worry about money and having a new start with money and security. But look out, if you do have a big purchase to make, make sure that you weigh the pros and cons up and don't just jump at the first thing. But it is a new opportunity and a sense of a new beginning here. So hopefully feeling a bit more stable midweek with regard to finances. And then the end of the week, Friday into the weekend, and the card of the last pile is the Six of Swords. This is again about moving forward, moving on. There's a wonderful healing energy with the Six of Swords. So if you've been suffering hardship and you've not been feeling terribly well, you've maybe felt a bit lethargic and just very down in the dumps with everything, when the Six of Swords appears, it really does represent us moving away from the choppy waters into the much calmer waters, and moving forward in life and along your path. Trying not to take your old emotional baggage with you, trying to leave that behind. This figure in the cloak here represents old mindsets and old thought processes which don't really help us. And if you've to take passengers on this new journey with you, take the child with you, because that the children represent hope and optimism for the future. So if you to choose between the two passengers, I would go with the child, definitely. But the Six of Swords in general, a wonderful recovery after a period of hardship, and definitely signalling calmer waters ahead. So great healing energy here with this card. So hopefully you'll be feeling a lot better towards the weekend. So quite a mixed bag. We've got Wands, Pentacles and Swords this week. So starting off with that bit of restlessness, bit of wanting to travel, to get going somewhere, which is quite difficult just now, but certainly offering you the opportunity to take to have a look at your future path, and that you may have two options to consider. And then midweek with the Ace of Coins, a new beginning with finances, and certainly some material gain to be had midweek, which is always welcome. And towards the end of the week, that moving forward, moving on gently, healing, overcoming hardships, and leaving the choppy waters behind and moving into much calmer waters. So I wish you all a great week ahead, and do remember I'm doing my readings online at the moment whilst I wait to see people in person again. So if you fancy a more in-depth reading and or more personal reading, give me a shout and we can do it on Zoom, WhatsApp or Facebook. But sending you lots of love and light as always. Bye now.